And that's where I got to go here and shift the rest of this episode about the pitching. We get the news Clark Schmidt's done for the year. He's getting Tommy John surgery, and he's done for all of next year most likely as well with this time of year, the way the injury occurred.
Yep.
You feel for him because he was starting to discover it, right? Like he was giving you length. He started to look like, hey, maybe this guy could be a 2-3 in your rotation. Like he was giving you really good outings. So you lose him. Luis Gil is still probably 3 to 4 weeks away from even trying to make a return, and who knows how much length he can even give you. There is a tough schedule coming up, Joel, after the All-Star break for the Yankees in terms of their opponents. Their bullpen has been taxed, and it's going to continue to be taxed because you got Will Warren, Marcus Stroman, and now Cam Schlittler as your bottom 3 rotation. And I don't know if they can give you more than 5 or 6 innings right now in their current state. What are they going to do? Is starting pitching, no matter what, the number one need for this team right now heading into the deadline?
Yeah, you see how this picture changes constantly during the season. I think a week ago we would have said the Mets pitching was in more dire straits, but they've kind of like plugged and played and got through this, and then by next weekend they should have Senga and Manaya back, and maybe they're back in order. We'll see. I still think they need a starter and 2 relievers. I think the Yankees need at least a starter and 2 relievers. They might need 2 starters to get through this. And the sooner the better, to your point. I know fans will be excited Tuesday or Wednesday when, I think Cam Schlittler is lined up to start. Oh, it's the new guy. Again, it's the backup quarterback. Maybe he'll be really good. Who knows? His last start in AAA was very bad. But we'll see. But a team with their aspirations, they're down to, and look, like Max Fried looks like he's hit a little bit of a wall, right? Like the last few starts have been good. Most guys would take it, but let's give credit. Like the Mets are a team, as opposed to the Yankees often. Their strikeout rates are among the best in the sport, especially those first 4 or 5 guys in the lineup. And they foul the ball off a lot. They force you to throw it over the plate. Like 97 pitches in 5 innings yesterday for Fried. So Fried got away with like 2 runs in 5 innings, but you had to get 12 outs from your bullpen, and that's win day. Like the Yankees better win on the days Fried starts because Rodon is backed up a lot. And I don't know if you saw the stats. So it's like, this is my Rodon issue. And it's my issue with Boone when he says, well, he got hurt by a 3-run homer and a 3-run homer. And I'm like, right. So I went and looked at the multi-run homers he's given up this year. There were 14 base runners for multi-run homers this year for Rodon. 9 are walks and 1's a hit by. So 10 of the 14 are either a walk or a hit by. So it's like, well, sometimes, like there's a bloop or whatever, and then you give up. But the walks are self-inflicted, especially when you have his stuff and you can challenge people in the zone in certain situations. So, there's a backup there. I'm assuming Will Warren's going to hit a wall. I wouldn't have a high level of trust, faith in Stroman. So, I mean, if you ask me how the Yankees kind of sputter, if these last 3.5 weeks are their identity, I would say that they don't have enough starting pitching, which strangely was the thought coming out of spring training.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a great job because guys like Yarborough and Warren really pitched well. Now, do they get, I think that Gil is going to be in play for them sometime after the All-Star break and before the trade deadline. I think he'll be a potential, but like, I need to see a second year that he's good. So we'll see if he's good, right away coming off of it. Yarborough was that smoke and mirrors. He'll probably be back in early August. Whatever it is, think about what we're saying now for a team that really 3 weeks ago, them and the Tigers were the 2 best teams in the league pretty consistently for the first 2+ months of the year. I think that they cannot leave the trade deadline without at least 1 starter, at least 2 relievers, and at least 1 bat that plays second, third, and potentially maybe even right-hand hitting left if it was perfect.
And again, I have to bring up the bullpen here too, Joel. Luke Weaver, a lot of home runs in his last 3 outings. I know they said originally we heard 6 weeks for injury recovery for him with the hamstring. He comes back in 3. You guys are asking him, or the media is asking him, after the outing, are you feeling okay? Because you haven't been good your last 3 appearances. Boone says it's execution. What are you seeing, Joel? Is it execution, or is this guy probably coming back a little too early from the injury?
I don't have a clean answer. I wish I did. It's another situation where Luke Weaver was brilliant last year, especially for the last 4 months, especially for the last 2 months in the postseason. And he was brilliant until he went down for his hamstring injury this year. But his track record is not brilliant. So did he just have the best 80 innings of his life? And he is returning to Luke Weaver? I don't know. I think the Fernando Cruz injury is a huge injury because he was pitching very well. He's a swing and miss guy. Mark Leiter does, in theory, the 2 things. He misses bats and gets ground balls that you'd like out of every pitcher, including a reliever. And yet there's nothing but runners on base. To me, he's very Adam Ottavino. The count is always 3-2. There's always base runners. So there's that. Like at this point, Tim Hill's their most reliable relief pitcher. The one, and you also could tell from the way he pitches, he's fearless. So like they've lost some stuff in that area. They badly need Weaver to regenerate, Devin Williams to pitch well, and to get another guy or two.
Yeah.
There, like, who the Yankees have. One of the things they've done great for about 5 to 10 years now is bullpen. They've always had long, quality bullpens. They've done great at finding guys on the margin and cleaning them up into really productive pitchers. This has not been that bullpen. It's been very middle of the pack this year. And, some of that is about the end game where Williams was really shaky, especially early, and Weaver has been shaky late. But it's about the whole length of the bullpen. And as you know, Ryan, nothing gets traded in the next 3 weeks as much as bullpen guys. Let's put it over. 18 and a half relievers will be traded before 6 p.m. on July 31st. The Yankees need 2 of them, and they don't just need 2 bodies. They need 2 guys who could pitch in the last 9 outs of the game.
It's they're in dire need, and like I said, Joel, it's not going to get easy when you have 3 starters out of your 5 that are probably not going to give you much length when you look at it. I mean, like you said, Will Warren, I don't know if you could trust him. Going continue to give what he's given you so far. Marcus Stroman can really only give you 5 innings, if we're being honest, and we'll see what happens with Cam Schlittler.